So I just came back from a quick trip to the mountains, stayed at an Airbnb, slept on a pillow in a bed that I'm not used to, and woke up with some neck pain, some limited range of motion. So I just wanted to make this video to show you how to treat it while I actually treat my own issue. So basically when I'm putting my neck into extension, I feel cramping and pain right in the back here. So one quick way to treat that and to relieve that and to get full range of motion again is to put compression into those shortening posterior cervical muscles. Yeah, so that's easy to do just with fingertips. So I just feel where the spine is and just go lateral to the spine, and I can feel some ropey muscle fibers there. I'm just going to get fingertip pressure in there as I extend my neck. So if I do this without any pressure, I start to get cramping about there. If I put some feedback in those muscles, I can go much further in extension and I don't feel any cramping. I just feel kind of an end range as I look up at the ceiling. All right, so this is a way of treating these posterior cervical muscles on the shortening. So I'll just give them some feedback as I do this active range of motion. That will defeat the cramping and will actually let me shorten those muscles. And then we'll do a resolving contract, relax, stretch. So now I'm just going to put my hands like this, and I'm basically just giving myself some pressure here so that I can push my head back. So it's an isometric contraction of those posterior cervical muscles. So I'm going to put my hands here, and then I'm going to push my head into my hands. So I do that, and I take a big inhale, and I hold my breath for at least 5 seconds. And then as I exhale, I just let my hand and arm weight bring my head gently forward as I relax my neck muscles. I just take a few deep breaths and just letting things lengthen with every exhale. So that's the contract, relax, stretch, resolving stretch for these posterior muscles. So now I'll just give it a little test. Yeah, so that's better. I feel a little bit of cramping at the very end range, but that's a definite improvement. You know, if I wanted to see if I could get more improvement, I could do that again. Also, doing this in the shower while the hot water is hitting your neck is also additionally therapeutic, and that will help the taut muscle fibers to become more normal and to resolve those trigger points. The other issue with stiff neck often is levator scapula. So the levator scapula is a muscle that, when it contracts, it lifts the shoulder and turns the head towards that side. So that's contracting it. Oftentimes when you have a limitation in turning your head, like I feel some limitation here, and then I start to feel pain kind of at the top of the shoulder blade right here, and also running down a little bit further. That is classic levator scapula pain referral, and that often you'll feel that often when the muscle is shortening like that. So a way that I can treat that muscle in that same manner that I just did the posterior cervical muscles is I can find that the belly of that muscle, if everything that I can pinch superficially is my high trap. So this is high trap. I kind of feel where that edge is. There's the edge of it right there. So this is all high trap. And then if I want to get to the levator scapula muscle, I just go in the same area, push the high trap posteriorly, and then push my fingers directly into the side of the neck, and then I can strum over a big hard bundle of fibers right there. That's it. So for me to treat that, then I can just get that compression and actually actively move my head. So I can shorten it just by turning and lifting up the shoulder. And if I do that, I can even use my other hand here. If I do that, I don't get any of that referral pain on the inside of the medial border of the scapula at all. And then I can actually turn my head a bit more. So the levator is a rotator of the head to the side. It's also a side flexor and an extensor. So it does all three of those things. So if I want to really shorten it, I will do all three. But usually it's sufficient just to do the head rotation. So I'll do that a couple times in the short, and then we'll do the contract, relax, stretch. So the contract, relax, stretch then is going to be, the contraction would be turning my head towards that side, and then the stretch would be doing the opposite. So I would go into some rotation away about 45 degrees. Let me turn this way. Rotation away about 45 degrees, and then flexion. Okay. And when I just do that without doing contract, relax, I do feel that as that muscle is stretching now, I do feel the referral pain right in here. So here's the contract, relax, stretch. This is what I do, is I take my right arm, if I'm working the left side, I take my right arm, put it at my fingertips at my temple. Now I'm going to actively turn into that, but block it with my hand. So that's an isometric contraction. I can even lift my shoulder up. Take a big inhale. And exhale. I let everything relax. I'll bring my left arm behind my back too. That'll help just keep my shoulder down, my left shoulder down. I'm going to turn my head 45 degrees and then bring it down with my hand and arm weight. So now I'm at 45 degrees this way, and then I come into flexion. And that's the contract, relax, stretch for levator scapula, my left levator scapula, which is the one that's limited. I could also treat the other side too in that same way, but I think I'm good just with the left. And now I can actually turn my head to the left, and I'm not feeling any of that interscapular pain, that referral. So it definitely made an improvement with the range of motion and with the took that referral out of the situation. So this is how you can address neck pain pretty easily yourself, or you can do this in a bodywork style with someone, or teach it to them. The other thing you can do is also, if you use vibration, you can do all this with vibration. I could shorten the muscle into the vibration instead of just the compression of my fingers, and I can take the muscle into a contracture like stretch with vibration on the stretch. That's also a very, very good way, and a therapeutic enhancement is to get the vibration happening. So let me just do that. So I'm going to shorten my posterior cervical muscles into this vibration. And when I do with the vibration, it's just like when I have the finger pressure there, I don't feel any of that cramping on the shortening muscles. And now I'll do the contracture relax stretch. So I'm going to push my head back, but hold it there with my hand. So isometric contraction. Big inhale. And exhale. And then I'm going to let my head drop forward into flexion and get vibration on the stretch. Same, so that was a good treatment right there. Nice quick one. Feels pretty good. Still a little bit of cramping at the very end, but not much. I can go much further, and I just got a little boom. I got a little adjustment. Heard a little click back there. And now if I was going to treat that left levator, I could do it in the same way. So I'll shorten the muscle into the vibration, contract, relax, stretch, and take it long and put the vibration on the muscle during the stretch as well. And with the vibration, you don't have to be super precise either. I'm just kind of in that area. And I'm not pushing into it. It's just very light. It's just enough that I can feel it. No cramping. Now I'll do the contract, relax, stretch. So I'm going to use this hand, and I'm going to give myself a block for when I turn my head to the left. So I'm turning my head to the left against my hand. I'm going to take a deep inhale. And exhale. I'm going to let it relax. Actually, I'm going to let my head relax down. So this is the stretch. And as it comes into that stretch, so since this muscle attaches to the scapula, I'm not going to use my hand to bring my head down. I was doing that before with my right hand, but that's got the tool in it. So basically, I'm going to put my left hand behind my back to keep my shoulder down, and then just let my head weight. So I turn my head 45 degrees. I let my head weight just bring my levator into stretch and apply the vibration. And now I'm just going to take it through full range of motion with the vibration. So that's a really good way of treating these groups of muscles with vibration, the posterior cervical muscles, and then the levator scapula. And then if you with finger compression, and then if you use vibration, you can do the vibration, and then on the contract, on the stretch, and then also take it through full range of motion with the vibration. It's a way of providing another input to the nervous system so that you make the nervous system recalculate its idea of pain. And you can often then retrain the movement with that additional distraction, and then the movement becomes pain-free with increased range of motion. And the other tool that I will use sometimes, and if most people don't have these, but if you work with coaching the body, you know that we use electronic point stimulation, and you might have one of these. So I have it set at about 4 cycles per second, 4 hertz. and then I'm going to have the tool set at maybe about a 4. And I'm basically gonna stimulate the muscle at the neuromuscular junction. So again, I find where the high trap is, and I'm going to go right in front of it. So I kind of use the tip of the tool to push the high trap out of the way, and then I stimulate the muscle. And you can see what's happening is my head is turning to the left with each contraction, and my shoulders lifting up. So I'm causing the levator scapula muscle to contract kind of from the exterior, at the neuromuscular junction, just like the motor nerve would. But my EPS tool is basically performing the job of the nerve, the motor nerve. And this in and of itself, these continual contractions are a little form of PIR, or contract relax, post isometric relaxation. It's the muscle is 4 times a second is contracting and relaxing, contracting and relaxing. And I can even take myself through range of motion as I do that. And then I could finish it up with a contract relax. So my left arm's going behind my back, so that keeps the shoulder down. And then this hand's going to come here, and I'm going to turn my head to the left and take a big inhale. And exhale. Bring my head at 45 degrees, and then full flexion. That's pretty good. Okay, and that's feeling good. I'm not getting any contraction on the short with extension, and I can rotate my head pretty good amount without getting any. I'm not getting any, even at my end range here, I'm not getting any of that referral pain. So those are a few ways to treat your own posterior cervical muscles, or your levator scapula. If you end up with a stiff neck, often if you sleep on a bed or use a pillow that you're not used to, or if there's any cold breeze or anything on your neck while you're sleeping, these are things that can cause you to wake up with a stiff neck from an activation of the levator scapula trigger points, and also possible posterior cervical muscle trigger points as well. So I hope this video helped you out. If you need to treat your own stiff neck, now you hopefully know how, or you can show your clients how to treat theirs. And if you found this helpful, please subscribe. And also try it out. Try these treatments out and drop a comment. Let me know how they work out for you. All right, thanks. Also, I am taking requests. So if there's a certain self-treatment, also I am taking requests. So if there's a certain muscle or pain that you're experiencing and you want to know how to treat it yourself, let me know what the pain is and on what movement in the comments below, and I will see if I can make a video about that. All right, thanks.